Greetings from your Sprint Product Ambassador, David. I'm back with another video, and this one is my last as a Sprint Product Ambassador. And why is that? That is because Sprint and T-Mobile have come together to form a new company that will be known as T-Mobile. And as a result of that, the Product Ambassador program will end. And as much for myself, I thought it would be great to do a final Product Ambassador video with many of the devices that I've used over the years, some as Product Ambassador, some as not. And as another thing, give me the opportunity to thank you, those of you that have watched my videos over the years and have subscribed to my channels, for all your support. Who would have known back in November of 2010, when I first did an unboxing of this device, it is the BlackBerry style, that since that time I would have created 78 videos with thousands of views and multiple devices that I was able to use. Now, who were or who are the Sprint Product Ambassadors? We're just regular employees that were given devices that we could open up, we could review either writing on a blog in Sprint Community or in video or both. We're not professional reviewers, don't have fancy studios, I'm in my kitchen. And over the years, I just had a lot of fun with it, and so did my peers. And so I want to thank you if you watched any of the videos, and if you're watching this one now, which obviously you are, you wouldn't be hearing me. I just want to thank you for having been a part of that. Now you can see here in front of me, I've got a lot of devices. This is not every one that I've ever had. It's just all that I happen to still have. And they have definitely changed over the years. Prior to my Sprint Product Ambassador time, here's some of my original Sprint phones. This was the second device that I ever had. You can see these things were very large at the time. And then eventually we transitioned to flip phones. The Samsung was one of my favorites, as was this Samsung. And that was known as 2G when Sprint came out. Eventually, we got to move on to 3G, and things really changed. And the devices, as you know, went to touch screens, went to be able to do fancy things. Here's the old keyboard. People can remember using keyboards. Among all these devices, some of my favorites over the year include this one. This is a very short-lived trend. Do you remember 3D phones? Probably not. I think that trend lasted at least a couple of weeks. But this was the HTC 3D phone. You can see the two cameras there, which gave you that 3D effect. And you can see over here is where you would turn it on 3G or 3D or 2D, two-dimensional. And that was a short-lived device. It's a little worn out, so I did use this for quite a bit of time. Also on the HTC world, they pioneered having these dual speakers, which was an outstanding device, and it had this metal backing. I really enjoyed the HTC products, and this was one of my favorites. Over on the Samsung side, one of the most unique was the Samsung Replenish. Funny thing on this one, I recorded the video, which you can still watch on my channel, in the backyard, and as I was doing the video, I'm getting stung by mosquitoes, and it made it quite a challenge, and I would say definitely an itchy experience later. Up here, my other Samsung devices. My very first Samsung was the Epic, I believe it was called, and then we have the Galaxy devices going on up, and I always have loved the Samsung device. My current device is still the last one that I reviewed, the Pixel, which is a fantastic phone. But regardless, each one of these devices represents a great memory for me in my time here at Sprint. And as your product ambassador, as someone who has talked about a lot of phones, I can tell you I could not be more excited about the future with both Sprint and T-Mobile coming together. The merger of the two networks, and just as importantly, if not even more, the merger of the two sets of people are going to lead to some incredible things in the future, not only for the employees at Sprint, but for our country, as this robust 5G network changes the way that we live our lives. And not just in devices that we have in our hands, but also in devices that most of us will never see, but will end up making an incredible difference in how we live our everyday lives. I can't let this video go at this time without acknowledging what is going on in the world right now with COVID-19. Imagine, if you will, if we did not have the technology that we have now to stay connected, both in person and through data through a time like this. It is an important reminder of what a difference having data and networks and all the different things that we have now can do for our lives. So imagine, if you will, the brightness of what that future is going to hold for each of us in the time to come. Regardless, it is the end of an era, the end of Sprint, and the end of the Sprint product ambassadors. Thank you for having watched my videos. I want to thank you for continuing to subscribe to my channel, because I've got more good things to come. It may not be products, but there are more good things to come. And I'm going to ask you to put a smile on your face today. Think about the past and acknowledge the brightness of the future. And if there is something negative in your present, just go ahead and ignore that, because it's all going to get good. Thank you for having watched. Thank you for being a fan of the Sprint Product Ambassador Program. And thank you for giving me a like. Now, final thing. There's a bunch of devices here. I would like to hear from you. What has been your favorite device that you've had over the years? Whether that be a Sprint device or any phone in general. Leave a comment. Talk about what made that phone special to you or that device special to you, and what was it? I'd love to hear from you, and I'm sure the people that watch this video would love to read about you, what you're reminiscing about on your favorite device. So thanks for watching. Stay strong. Look forward to the future. It is only going to get better.